Hey kids, Jester here. Welcome back to the court. Now, anybody who frequents my channel regularly, there's not many people, I'm aware. They will have noticed that an extra video went up on Friday along with the last of the week's Prince of Persia and Halo 4 play for the day. That extra video was my Halo Reach tribute, I suppose is a good word to use. Now the reason for that video, which might not have been entirely clear in the description because it was a very rushed description where I didn't really know what I was trying to type. But anyway, the reason for that video was, as I alluded to, was for the upload outreach program that Xbox and or Microsoft are doing for the next generation of prospective gaming personalities. I was tipped onto this competition by my good friend Lord X over in Canada. He stumbled across this competition and he sent the link my way, and I had a look and I thought, well, yeah, alright, why not? That's an understatement. I was more like, hell yes! So, immediately I had an idea in my head of exactly what I wanted to do. Because the video that told you what kind of video you had to make said, in exact words, pick any Xbox 360 or Xbox One game you fancy. So I took that very, very literally, and I thought, any game I like, really, okay. I'll do Halo Reach. It's clearly my favourite Xbox 360 game, possibly my favourite Xbox game full stop ever. And you can watch the video to find out why, because everything I say in that video is completely genuine. Bit of a linky link. But then, after I had actually made this video with a good week and a half before deadline, which, by the way, is today, sorry, I decided to go back and read the fine print, mainly because I wanted to remind myself how to send this thing in now I'd finished it. And what did I notice? Oh boy. Always read the fine print, kidders, because there's always something you need to double check. Well, it turned out that some of the fine print suggested that the game you chose, rather, had to be publicly promoted at the time of the contest. Now, initially I didn't panic entirely because I thought to myself, well, Halo Reach must be still promoted, surely it must still be sold somewhere. But then, little by little, it started creeping into my mind, as it always does, because, you know, anxiety. Does that count as promoted? And then I suddenly panicked because it's like, well, does that mean it has to have an active ad campaign on the TV? Is that why they've included Xbox One games? Because maybe you have to pick something that's coming out soon rather than something that's already out? And little by little I started to fall apart like a tapestry flicked at by angry kittens. Thank you again, Bill Bailey. And so with panic settling in horribly, I decided to do the only thing I could think of. I ran like a little girl screaming to the Xbox support website. So the first person I talked to was one of those Xbox Live ambassadors, you know, people that are in the community, not really paid for what they do, they just like to help out other people on the community. No idea who he was, because as far as I remember, I think it was anonymous. But he or she pretty much confirmed my suspicions. They were all like, oh, well, I don't know for sure, but I think probably it's got to be a newer game. Fair enough. So then I go back to my video and I'm like, this took so much. Well, no, actually, it didn't really take that much effort, to be completely honest. It was so much fun that any effort it did take just seemed so little. So I was looking at my video and thinking, I've this brilliant idea, if I do say so myself, is going to go to waste. This video is nothing now. Well, I suppose I could have still released it just to have fun, you know, it's still a fool's around, as I suppose. But because I was so determined to have this video that I had created, this video that I was so proud of to be okay, I went back to the Xbox support site. The reason I'd gone with one of the ambassadors first off is because it was a shorter wait time and it was really, really late at night and I had work the next morning. But this time I thought, sod it, I need to know for certain. So I chose the option of talking to a real Xbox agent, you know, Microsoft agent. Now when you open this chat window with them, it says right at the very top, and it advertises as such when you pick this option, that you are chatting to a real life salesperson. You know, and the address for the chat box literally says live say, is it livesalesperson.net or something along those lines. The live was there. The live and the person, they were there. The live at very least. Person, I may be misremembering. I started this conversation with a lovely lady that called herself... I'm wondering if I should actually use real names here, or if this might get me in trouble. Sod it! Thank you, Noreen! There you go. You can't complain that I've put you here now, because I'm actually thanking you because you really, really helped me out. But you might not like this introductionary bit. This Microsoft agent introduced herself as Noreen, and she was very pleasant, very helpful. But for the first few responses that she gave me, I was convinced I was talking to a bot. You know how sometimes when you say something and then the machine kind of gives you like a generic response? It's like it's plucked out parts of what you've said, but not the whole thing properly. Her responses seemed a lot like that, so for the longest time I thought I was talking to a bot. So I just kept asking the question over and over again, possibly slightly annoyingly, because I later found out this was a real person. And it wasn't until I got the answer I wanted that yes, Halo Reach would be allowed, because it was still sold on Marketplace, and that counts as publicly promoted at the time. It wasn't until that point when I suddenly decided to go, oh, it's only a bot I'm talking to, I'm not going to embarrass myself. And I praised to high heaven that I was allowed to use Halo Reach in the chat window. It was only then that her responses became quite human. She seemed genuinely surprised that I'd reacted that way, which made me think, oh, sorry, I thought you were a bot. Turns out maybe she was just talking from a script for those first few messages maybe, and that's why they seem so formulaic. But yes, so thank you, Noreen, very, very much for making my day and making my week, and hopefully letting it be that so that the best video I could come up with for this competition is out there in the world. Because yes, Halo Reach is allowed because it's publicly promoted on the Marketplace, which counts, apparently. I'm hoping so anyway, and she wasn't just pussating me. So to wrap up, apologies Noreen for thinking you were a bot initially, but thank you so much for giving me the answer I needed and really, really wanted, and hopefully is the right answer. I'm pretty confident it is. You seem like a competent lady. Thank you, Noreen. So yeah, so that video that came out on Friday there with the other Halo video is my entry to the Upload Outreach program, which I'll explain in more depth now. Microsoft and Xbox are hosting this competition, as I've already said, to find the next generation of YouTube, or probably just internet and upload personalities in general, because the Xbox One is coming out with its own editing and upload feature, obviously. Now I will admit that rather selfishly my main purpose for this is just to get noticed. I know I've said that I mainly do this for fun, and I do, but getting noticed is fun as well. You know, just, every little bit helps, If it doesn't work, I'm not going to stop just because I've not been noticed. I'm still having fun. Anyway, and the idea is that you enter this competition, and if they like your stuff, you get selected to work with the Xbox Upload team, which is a massively awesome opportunity. No one can deny that, no matter what your motives for doing YouTube gaming is. Grammar. And the idea is they pick so many finalists or so many winners, and then you go and you work with them, and opportunities and good times ahead. Now I'm kind of shady on exactly what opportunities you're given, whether you actually work with the team long term as part of the team, like it's a job, or if it's kind of like one of those competitions where you win and then you can appear on an episode of something just that once, and maybe that might trigger a career, or maybe it's just what you've won. Because you also win an Xbox One and all the launch titles. But more than anything for me, I am seeing it as an opportunity to maybe do something more, but also it was just fun to do because it was good to be able to have a chance to do a video about Halo Reach because I love that game so much, but I would never do a Let's Play series because it is older now. Halo 4 has been out, all that kind of stuff. Now the deadline is actually today, September 15th, so anybody who didn't know about this competition, who's only finding out about it from me now, apologies to those people. You're probably too late to slap a video together, or maybe not, depends how quick you can work about it. You've got until midnight GMT, and that's why I didn't release it today on my channel. I decided to release it on Friday because I don't want to risk being too late. So thank you again, Lord X, for chipping me onto that. And also, since I'm in the area of thanks, thank you also to Australian Pat, who gave me some comments on that video, reminding me that some of my information may not have been completely accurate. Nothing major, it's just I said that the Halo Reach was where the whole story began, and he reminded me that Halo Wars had technically occurred before Halo Reach. Which is true, yes, he's very, very right. But my emphasis was more along the lines of where the story of the games with Master Chief all begins. Your Spartan is the one who kicks everything off, gets Cortana to the Pillar of Autumn. Spoilers. The game came out in 2007. If you don't know this, there's something wrong with you. So thank you to Australian Pat for giving me that heads up, just in case it came up later on. But yes, that is the reason. Well, that's what I'm saying. It is now anyway. And again, since I'm in the area of thanks, it's something I've been meaning to do for a while now. Baby Patico, thank you very, very much. You are easily my most active subscriber. You post on a comment on nearly all my videos, so thank you very, very much for that. And you seem particularly enthusiastic about my Prince of Persia series, which I never really thought was going to be my most popular series with anybody, especially considering those games are so old. I mean, yes, I have a hell of a lot of fun making them, but the games are so old. Whatever, up to you. And also, special thanks to, now I don't know how to say your channel name. I'm torn between two possibilities. Is it Z-Attack Gaming or Zatak Gaming? Let me know. Personally, I like Z-Attack Gaming because it's kind of like Z-Attack Game. No, actually, no, that's possibly a little bit nasty. Anyway, thanks to I'm a Nord of Z-Attack Gaming. You have been a very active subscriber recently as well, and you are a funny guy. You are a cool guy. I like your videos, and I wish you all the best. All that kind of thing, you know. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see, and you want to see more. Every time I do this, I extend the "and" that bit longer. And while you're at it, why don't you go over and check out jesterconceptions.blogspot.co.uk for all the narrative goodness I put out on a Wednesday and a Sunday. Sundays the Hunters is actually going to be coming to a close soon, temporarily. Like this arc of the, well, not arc, this collection of parts is coming to an end, and then I'm going to take a break, plan the next chunk, and we'll start again in however long that takes me to do it. So thanks for watching, kiddies. I've been Jester, you have been awesome, and I will see you through the week.